Now, speculations rife about Samajwadi Party chief Mulayam Singh Yadav's presence at the UPA celebratory dinner. Though he is not an official member of the UPA, he was on stage and sat right next to Sonia Gandhi, and the political equations within the UPA really changing. Trinamool chief Mamata Banerjee's absence was conspicuous. Only her representatives were there.
Sir, as far as I understand, you're hinting at that Mulayam Singh Yadav and Lalu Yadav would support Congress as far as Congress's choice of the next president is concerned.
Not hinting, hoping. I think that there is a contact of sorts at the highest level amongst our party leaders and them or their party leaders. I'm sure there are areas of at least some agreement, if not final conclusion. But it's still a little bit early, and our leadership has said advise patience all around, both to us as well as to the media. And hopefully in the next week or 10 days, the picture will look clearer than it is today. But I can say that up till now, there are hopeful signs all around, and certainly the fact that we've been able to work together on the floor of the House, that we've been able to combine our numbers to pass some very important legislation, and that today, at a moment of our celebration, they could join us, I think is a very positive indication.
A positive indication, a sign of political realignment perhaps, and you're saying that you're hopeful they would support Congress when it comes to the choice of the president. But Mamata Banerjee was not there, Mayawati was not there, a cause of any concern, worry?
Well, all the party leaders of Trinamool Congress were present. Mr. Mukul Roy came a little bit late in the day after many people had left. He was obviously preoccupied because he had gone to that site of the train crash. But he came and he seemed in very good mood. He had dinner with the stragglers at the end, and some of us were still there. But certainly our guest list looked good, and I think the picture looked good, and I'm sure that as far as your television crews are concerned, they must have caught the right smiles and the right mood that we all saw and felt very good about.
So are political equations changing? Let's go across to Nitin Gokhale, who joins us on the phone line. Well, good morning, Nitin. Definitely the dinner last night was a morale booster, at least for the UPA on the whole, with Mulayam Singh's presence.
Well, certainly it looked that it was deliberately orchestrated that Mulayam Singh Yadav was escorted to the stage and given pride of place along in the lineup on the stage itself, where the Prime Minister and Sonia Gandhi were right in the middle, at the center of that lineup, and there were other allies like Sharad Pawar, Omar Abdullah, and others were there, and Mulayam was escorted to that stage and asked to sit along with the allies, although he is not formally an ally of the UPA. So, and even post the event, after the speeches were done, he was sitting right next to the UPA chairperson Sonia Gandhi during dinner. To her left was Lalu Prasad Yadav, to her right was Mulayam Singh Yadav. So clearly Congress wooing the Yadavs and the old friends, if that expression can be used. Not maybe just to cover the flanks if Mamata Banerjee's Trinamool Congress goes away or plays front during the presidential elections, but also to strengthen UPA, I guess, in the run-up to the next general elections scheduled for 2014. So political realignment, new equations, or old equations being revived, all that is being read into last night's dinner. That was, in fact, the center of attraction, Mulayam Singh Yadav's warm vibes with senior Congress leaders and leaders of the government. Also.
Right. Nitin, and also the immediate focus, the presidential elections.
Well, certainly, yes. As we all know, and Mulayam Singh Yadav has gone on record to say that he is not in favor of a non-political personality to become the next president, leaving tantalizingly everybody guessing who would that be and who would he support. But when we asked the Prime Minister as he came down from the stage that whether the UPA or the Congress can spare Pranab Mukherjee as the next president. And the Prime Minister said, I do not want to talk about it. When the same question was asked to Sonia Gandhi during dinner, she said it's too early to talk about who would be the candidate. We are going to consult everybody, she said, as the presidential election draws near. But nobody was committing any name at the moment. But certainly, yes, Mulayam Singh Yadav would be a very useful ally for the Congress and for the UPA as they head into the final leg of the run-up to the presidential election. Kulthum?
Right, Nitin Gokhale, thanks very much for joining us.
Do you have the NDTV Profit app? All the markets, all the news in your own homemade, ready-made portfolio available there for you.
We will right now answer what you should sell, what you should buy when markets are down.
Download at ndtvprofit.com/apps. Get the best app from the channel you trust.